So today I'm going to show you how I do my really easy gel nails at home using just a few products that you can get from Amazon. I cut all of my nails to reset them because I don't like when they get too long. I went a little bit crazy and cut them way too short, so my nails are very short right now and I'm going to have to be very careful. I'm only showing the application process today, but if you want a prep or removal tutorial, please let me know. Okay, and just a reminder, I am not a professional at all. This is just how I've been doing my nails for the past few years at home. Before applying any base or gel polish, you want to buff your nails first. You want to buff your nails to create a light scratchy surface so that the gel can stick properly on your nails. If your nails aren't very flat like mine and they curve down to the sides, it's really important to buff the sides too so you don't get lifting later. I don't go too crazy with buffing because I don't want to damage my nails. Just a light scratchy surface like this is enough. Now we're going to use some rubbing alcohol to remove oils and dehydrate the nails. I like to use a paper towel instead of a cotton pad because after buffing, the little cotton pieces can get stuck on your nails and I do not like that. I make sure to use a good amount of the rubbing alcohol and really press into my nails to make sure they're fully clean and dehydrated. I feel like this step has really helped my gel last. I can get up to around 3 weeks. Okay, so for primer, I'm using this one from Amazon. I think you pronounce it Emily. Sorry. Using a primer has been another game changer for me. Sometimes my nails last a little too long to the point where removing them is a struggle. Okay, I'm not complaining, but sometimes I'm like, damn. Primer just helps the gel bond better to your natural nail and it reduces lifting. It has a watery consistency and it can get a little bit sticky depending on the brand, so just apply a thin layer on your nail and avoid your skin the best you can. Okay, so we're on the base coat. I'm using a rubber base from the same brand and this pack actually comes with the top coat too, but we'll get into that later. I love this base so much. It's so thick and more flexible, so it really molds to my nails. It honestly works so well that I don't even need builder gel or anything like that. For your first coat, try and keep it thin. It is always easier to add more than to fix too much product and you don't want the mess. This first layer is really just my guide for how everything else is going to sit on my nails. And then I press down with the brush so the sides of the brush get thinner and then I can really reach the corners and the sides of my nails without getting it on my skin. Once my whole nail is coated, then I will go back in and smooth everything out evenly. My best advice here is to just take your time. This nail needs some extra love and attention right now. It is so short, so I have to be very careful. So I'm just going to do the same thing, but when I get to the tip of my nail on this one, I'm going to lightly flick it upwards and tilt my nail up slightly so the gel stays on my nail and doesn't go onto my skin. Switching to a rubber base has honestly taken my gel nails to another level. Because my nails curve, so the flexibility helps it mold onto my nails better compared to regular base gel. I'm curing this for about 15 to 30 seconds. Everyone's timing might be different depending on your lamp. My lamp is from my local nail supply store. The brand is G&D. It's an older model, so I'll try and link a similar one. Okay, so after you're done your first cure, your nails might feel a little bit sticky, but that is normal. Don't think anything is wrong. You do want that sticky layer because then your next layer is going to stick. For the second base coat, this is your thicker layer that builds structure and will lock everything in. So I start with a blob and spread it around, focusing on coating my whole nail first. After I make sure my whole nail is coated, then I will go in and fix any uneven spots or unleveled areas on my nail. I use the first coat as my guide for how close I'm going to go to my cuticles because this thicker layer can start to run if you are not careful. And again, just take your time. This step is really important. It can get real messy real fast. Something I started to do recently is flipping my hand upside down for a few seconds to get the gel to self-level, and it actually does help a lot with getting everything smooth, so I do recommend doing this. When I'm working on the second coat of the rubber base, I do flash cure each nail that I finish for about 15 seconds. I just want to make sure it stays in place when I'm working through my hand because you have to take your time. And then when I'm done my whole hand, I will do a final cure to lock everything in for about 60 seconds. So for the color, I'm using this nail and art gel polish from a nail supply store near me. I'll try and find it online, but I didn't see it on Amazon. Also ignore the bite marks on the bottle. Sometimes I can't open it, so I use my mouth. Okay, we don't judge. Okay, so again, the first coat is a thin coat. I wipe the sides of the brush and apply a thin, even layer. I make sure to follow the same guide as the base coat, focusing on coating the whole nail evenly first. When my nails are this short, it's a little harder because the polish is more runny and I have less room to paint on. I do sometimes get it on the sides. Just make sure to check closely and clean it up with acetone before curing. If you see me leaving the screen with the brush, I'm just adjusting how much product is on the brush. I'm either adding polish or taking away polish. You kind of just have to eyeball it. But there definitely is a difference in how much product you use between the first and second coat. If you can, try and cap the tips of your nails too. This will be easier if your nails are longer, so if you're working with nails like mine right now, just be careful. So I'm going to cure this for about 45 to 60 seconds. Now for the second coat of the gel color. This coat is a little bit thicker to give it that smooth, even finish. So I'm just doing the same process again while making sure I'm very careful. When I'm done painting my thumb with the second coat of the color, I will go ahead and cure my thumb for about a minute. I do this because when I'm laying my hand down flat to do my other nails, my thumb sits at an angle. So when I'm taking my time working on my other nails, if I just leave my thumb like that on an angle, the polish will start running out of place and you don't want that. So I only do that for my thumb. And then I do a final cure of about a minute or so. Okay, so for the top coat, it is the same brand. It came in the set with the rubber base. I love this top coat. It is so thick, shiny. With this top coat, you can go thicker or thinner depending on what you're looking for. I like to go a little bit thicker because I feel like it helps my nails last longer, but it's all up to you. So I use a good amount and just apply it carefully and clean up anything on the sides before curing. It's still a bit runny, so I do use the same method I did with my thumb. I make sure I fully cure my thumb before working on anything else or it will run. After I'm done applying it, I will cure everything. Sometimes I take my thumb out because I've already done my whole thumb and I don't want to cure it again for no reason, or I'll just leave it in for half the time. So I cure this for a minute or longer just to be safe. You know, you want everything good to go. I'm going to go and finish my other hand and I will be back to show you the final results. Okay, so my nails are done. It's so weird. I'm left-handed, but I feel like I do a better job with my right hand. I don't know why. Now I'm going to go in with a bit of rubbing alcohol again. Even though this is a no wipe top coat, I still like to do it because I feel like it gives it that extra shine and removes any dust. And as you can see, I have a piece of cat hair on my hand. The last and final step is cuticle oil to rehydrate. I'm using the Essie Apricot Cuticle Oil. I love this one. It smells so good. I apply a very generous amount around my nails and massage it in really well. I also rub it into my hands because why not? And that's it. That's how I do my gel nails at home. The process can be a bit harder when my nails are this short, but overall it's pretty simple and it lasts me up to 3 weeks. Okay, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.